Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikita and I go to Imperial College London. I study EIE, which is Electronic Information Engineering, and I'm in second year. So recently I noticed one of my Imperial vlogs was getting a lot more views. So I figured like more people were interested in knowing about Imperial and student life there, so I'm going to talk a bit about it in this video. I'm going to cover four main things, which are getting into Imperial, the workload, the social life, and the gender ratio. And that last one has kind of been a big deal for me. It probably won't be a big deal for most people, but it's just something that I think is important to talk about. Okay, so when you apply to Imperial, you apply through the UCAS system, which is the UK University Application System. I think you can expect, if you have the predicted grades, that you're very likely to get called for an interview. Okay, so first things first, I'm the realist. So first things first, I'm going to talk about why I applied to Imperial. When I came on the Imperial Open Day, I was being shown around the college by this girl who was pretty much just like me. She was an engineering student, she had gone to a private school in North London, and she was Indian. And she was telling me that like she didn't like it, she wasn't happy with her degree. She was also coming off as like a kind of salty Cambridge reject, and I was like, I do not want to be like this. So initially I was really put off applying to Imperial and I didn't apply, and then I took a gap year and that's like a whole thing. But then the second time I applied, I had friends who were at Imperial and I had visited a few times and I really liked it and it seemed nice, and so I applied. I got called for an interview and I got in. Okay, so now I'm gonna break down the workload. For me, in first year, the workload was really heavy. So when you come to Imperial, like you've probably chosen quite a specific course, whether it be like aeronautical engineering, electrical and electronic engineering, mechanical engineering, biochem, like those are all really specific subjects. And it doesn't matter like how specific and niche you think your degree is. Once you get here, you are gonna find out there are like 50 different substreams for the degree that you have chosen. And when you're in first year, they are going to want to show you everything, like every single bit that they have to offer. They want you to like see what it is, get a taste for it, and learn about it. And so that's why first year is super content heavy. And just because they're teaching you such a wide range of things, that does not mean they're gonna go easy on the depth. Like it's Imperial, they are gonna grind you. But like the thing is, people don't come to Imperial for it to be easy. Like they come here because they like working hard. And you know, are we gonna sit here and complain, say our degree is impossible and that the university doesn't care about us? Yes, of course we are. But at the end of the day, we're all here because we have goals that we want to achieve, and we know it's gonna be hard to achieve them, but you know, we're willing to do it. So my contact hours were pretty crazy. Like it was basically similar to what I had when I was at school, where it was like a 9 to 5 or a 9 to 6 day. So in first year, I had 3 hours of electronics labs twice a week. I was doing about 4 or 5 different modules a term, and for each module I would have 2 lectures a week and 1 study group per week in that module. And then I would also have 2 hours of computing labs. And every 2 weeks I would have a tutorial with my personal tutor, which consists of like 2 or 3 students going to your tutor's office, and you ask questions about anything that you're not sure on, and they just help you answer it. My comparison to first year and second year is that I felt like second year had way less contact time. However, now I'm in exam season and I have 11 exams. And last year I only had like 6 or 7. Okay, so now I'm going to talk a little bit about the social life at Imperial. Basically, if you live in halls in first year, it's pretty likely that you're going to get on really well with your flatmates and you guys are just going to form a friendship group and like go on all the club nights and freshers together and like go to loads of events together and stuff. However, like if that doesn't happen, I really wouldn't worry about it because you can join so many clubs and societies, and if you look for it, a great social life can be there. I know that Imperial has this kind of reputation that everyone's really quiet and shy and studious, and everyone is really studious, but that does not mean that we are like tied to our desks and we don't speak to each other. If you want to continue the type of social life that you currently have, like you can get it. There are people here who are outgoing and extroverted, so I really wouldn't worry about like not coming to Imperial because you're worried about not having any friends. I would say if you're about to join Imperial in October, really invest in making friends on your course, because people tend to just be friends with the people in their halls and like not really form like real like friendships and connections with people in their course. But you know, those are the people you're going to be spending 8 hours a day with, and come exam time you will like need to help each other and ask each other questions and be there for each other. So it's a really good idea to cement some friendships on your course as well as be friends with people in your halls and in your societies. But I just want to iterate that most people at Imperial want to make friends and they want to sustain social relationships, and we're like normal, I don't know. Okay, and the final thing I'm going to talk about is the ratio. So I'm a girl I'm sorry, that was so weird. Wait, this might not be clear what I'm talking about. When I say the ratio, I'm talking about the ratio of male to female students at Imperial. Imperial is a STEM university, and currently there are a lot more males in STEM than there are female, and that is definitely reflected at Imperial. It's noticeable, but it really depends like who you are, what course you're on, and how things kind of roll out for you. So on EIE, I would say I have one of the worst courses and departments in terms of the ratio. So on my course there are about 70 people, and I think there are 10 girls. There are 10 girls on my course. So it's not great, and especially someone like me who came from an all-girls school to join this kind of all-male environment. In the first term of university, I genuinely did not have any female friends on my course. I had one female friend who lived in my halls, and it was kind of sad. I know there are some girls who like really thrive off like being around boys, and you know, they're cool girls and they don't need female friendships, like boys are less drama. I am not one of those girls. I need female friends so badly. But essentially, because the ratio in my department is pretty bad, they actually have a women in EE society. So in second term, I went to pretty much every single event and I met other girls, and it changed my whole Imperial experience. It was so much better. So if you do a course that like has the word bio in it or medicine, those courses are pretty good, and there's about a 50-50 ratio, which is amazing. But if you're coming here and you're gonna do like any sort of engineering, maths or physics, you have to be prepared that like there may not be a lot of girls around, and you're gonna have to put in the extra effort to find female friends if that's important to you, which it should be. And the last thing I want to say is that if you're a guy coming here and you're worried that like you're not gonna find any girls or something, like don't worry, you're in central London, you can find girls. There's girls everywhere. So I hope this video was useful for you. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Please subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more content like this, and thank you for watching. Bye!